Hey, welcome everybody to the live stream. I want to thank y'all for stopping by again. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you join us from. We got some special guests today, Mr. Stephen Wingo Sr. and his beautiful wife, Marjorie. I know I called you Stephen Wingo Jr. on one of the vlogs, man. I want to
Yeah,
apologize for that.
you caught
Uh,
yourself
and
though.
yeah, and there's the reason behind the topic today. How deep is your love? Has your love been tested? And I
Yeah.
want to give a shout out to the NTZ crew, Jacob Tanjay. I see you on here. I know Michael Beat Your Life will be on here. I want to say hello to all of the new viewers and subscribers who are watching for the first time today. All my old heads, I see you, Mystic Jam. And anybody that's going to catch this on replay. Before we get started, the peso is 55.09, which is great. Remember, anytime the peso is over 50, man, I consider it unbelievable. And also, I just got one little short story because I always give you the 360, both sides of the story. We talked about Mr. Desean Dixon and on my last video, but I had something come across my Facebook. An American citizen and his wife were arrested for stealing the money bag from a musician in a bar in Belize City, which is right outside Dumaguete. Now I said arrested because they were released because the victim hadn't filed charges yet, which they're looking to file charges. Now, so they're wandering around somewhere between Belize City and Dumaguete. So be on the lookout for them. It's a black guy, and it looks to be like his wife is either white or mixed. And this is the type of situation I would help. But from what they're saying is he has a warrant for his arrest in America. That's why he came here. Okay. Now, I have to give you the good and the bad. This story just kind of shocked me. What probably happened was he came over here and they run out of money. So now they're getting desperate. And it's only a matter of time before they're going to get you. So they're eventually going to get him. I'm sure he's overstayed his visa. He's going to be blacklisted. Look, guys, this is the story. This is one story that you should listen to and you don't want to follow. Okay. Well, thank you, Stephen and Marjorie, for joining us this morning.
No problem.
Thank you.
Thank you too. Thank you for helping
Now,
us.
where are y'all living at the moment?
Right now we're in Garner, North Carolina. It's near Raleigh.
Okay, near Raleigh. Wow. I've got a son by my ex-Filipina girlfriend, and they live in Raleigh.
Okay.
Yeah, he just recently, next month will be 1 year that he's in the States.
Right.
And he's adjusting well. They seem to like it in North Carolina. Just kind of give us, Stephen, if you could, just kind of a little background. We don't want to get too personal, but your story caught my attention when it happened. I never bought it on my live stream until people start trying to talk negative about this passport bro movement and black men in general. And I said, well, hell, I've got a story for you of a brother who, stood his ground, and I'm gonna let you tell it.
Well, yeah, it's been a long road. First and foremost, I want to say I appreciate you bringing us on your channel, and I appreciate all your followers and all your subscribers for support. Mainly, I mean, we met in Kuwait, and
I'm FW.
Yeah.
I was there for 9 years.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I was there doing military contract work. I'm ex-military, but I had to do the contract work over in Camp John in Kuwait. And of course, being a civilian over there, you have most of the freedom that most of the soldiers don't have. So you get to go out into the economy. And of course, it all paid off. But we started talking on the phone for about what, 9 days before we actually met. We talked on the phone there first because she had restrictions on her job.
Forbidden to go out. So I decided to ask my madam to stay out, and then I have freedom.
Yeah.
And then I can see him often.
Yeah, she had.
So
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
How did you meet though? How did you? Was it on a dating site or how'd you get a phone number?
Actually, believe it or not, it was one of her friends that gave her my number.
Yeah.
Oh wow!
It's one of them odd stories of me talking with her friend, but I never met her friend. I talked with her like online over in Kuwait.
Yeah.
And I guess she was busy, or I don't know what her full story was, but she gave her number to her, and it turned out great.
Yeah, that was like Filipinos, they like to believe in destiny. They say that all the time, like destiny. And so, what year was that? Can you tell us?
This was 2009. Yeah.
No, we made it
2009.
2009.
It's 2009.
Yeah.
When we met, and we dated for almost 10 months.
Mm-hmm.
And decided to go ahead and make it official. But when I went to Kuwait, I didn't expect to do anything, like get married and everything, because I just come off a divorce for about 1.5 years, 2 years. Wasn't expecting to get married. Went to Kuwait, of course, and she checked all the boxes for me, and I was like, okay, 10 months later, I decided to go to see her family before I really made that full commitment.
Mm-hmm.
Not too many people probably would do that, but I thought it was important for me to meet her family, and then she come down to Philippines after that.
Yeah, he's brave because to meet my family is not easy. I have 4 brothers and 2 sisters, and especially I'm divorced. So I have my son. That time, my son talking to him, and I'm scared. Maybe my son say something.
No, but everything was good. I mean, I shout out to the Castillo family because they treated me like gold when I got there. I was there for I tried to stay there for about 2 weeks or longer, but I had an unfortunate incident. My mom passed, so I had to leave. At that time, I would have stayed longer. But after all that was done, I flew back to the Philippines to meet her in Manila.
Now, how long a flight is that from Kuwait?
How long what?
How long of a flight is that? How long does it take to fly from Kuwait to the Philippines?
It's about 12 hours or...
It really depends. I mean, if you got connection flights,
yeah, I have connecting flight to Bangkok, then Philippines, and sometimes Japan, from Kuwait to Japan to Philippines. Depends.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Sometimes I stay 7 hours in the airport in Bangkok. Sometimes I stay in Japan 4 hours,
Yeah, it really depends. But the United States, I know it's long. From the United States and the Philippines, it takes forever. Seems like it takes a whole day.
Oh, absolutely. Now, Marjorie, I want to say that your recovery is really coming along great. I mean, you're talking, I can understand you.
I try. We have therapy. We try. My hands still not working.
Okay, we're gonna get that.
Yeah.
We're working on it.
Yeah.
Working on
I think Now, I mean, what happened? I mean, did you have any type of symptoms or anything, or you just woke up one morning and you wasn't feeling right?
No, I at first I feel like I'm dizzy, and then here is hurt.
He means what you think may have caused it.
No, it's a high blood. You know, my mother died for high blood too.
High blood pressure.
Mm.
Yeah.
It's a
Um,
run of the family. You know. My grandfather died in high blood too.
But
I want to say that a lot of things worked in your behalf. Now, when you had your stroke, were you at work? Were you around people? Is that, because they say time is everything.
Yeah,
So were they able to get you to the hospital real quick? Or what was that like?
I'm lucky because that time is my day off and his day of his home too. And then we sat down and just I just fell through up eating pizza and threw up, and then I'm starting sweating cold and then dizzy, and then suddenly I sit in the corner of the bed. I fall down, and that's it. I said, you need to call 911 because it's something
Wow.
wrong with me. Mm.
well, it was
Wow.
fortunate that that was my day off that night. I'm glad I was here because if I wasn't, it would have been really bad.
Yeah.
But just just flashing back to that time is pretty hard. But just seeing her disconnect from her brain stem from her, the rest of her body, to see her disconnect, watching that, it was just something that I will never forget. But I called the ambulance, and it took them a little while to get here. But once they got here, they took good care of her.
Mm.
Yeah. Because, we used to belong to the same Facebook group. I think it's Brothers Married to Filipinos or Filipinos Married to Brothers. What's the name of that group, Stephen?
It's been so long. To be honest with you, I'm not even sure if I'm still part of that group, but I think it's Brothers and Asian Wives. I think that's what,
Yeah.
something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Something like
Because
that.
I saw that y'all lived a full life, man. I mean, y'all are big Carolina Panthers fans. I
Mhm.
know that. I mean, you love to take pictures of your wife. Obviously, she's a beautiful woman, and
Mm.
it
Thank
just seemed like you were on top of the world, man. And
you.
then all of a sudden, to have
That's
the world come
family.
crashing down on you, what's that like, man? I mean, just you know,
It's,
we can learn so much from this, but we won't because we take life for granted. It's like one day everything is good, and then the next day she's on a respirator. Those pictures you were showing, man,
Mm.
was
yeah,
pretty heartbreaking, man. I'm telling you.
Yeah,
yeah.
I know.
Before the stroke, we were pretty active. We would go to Charlotte and watch the Hornets. We watch the Panthers. We go to the movies a lot. We're
Yeah.
both moviegoers.
Oh, yeah.
We're both
We are
gamers.
a lot of
She
people
plays a lot
too.
of games.
Mm.
I play games.
Mm.
We're pretty compatible, and we were pretty active, and we were out doing a lot of things. And when that happened, it just cut everything off. I mean, life just can change in an instant. So whatever, when you're healthy, you just make sure you take full advantage of everything.
Mm.
Things can change in
I
a
mean,
second.
you go from you know having the woman of your dreams, basically, because you two guys got along well. Hell, there's
Oh,
pictures with her on your back and different things like that. I know sometimes in those quiet times, did you ever say, God, why me? You say, man, am I going to be able to handle all this? Because that's a lot, man. And
Yeah.
very few people ever come face to face with a situation that's going to test their love. It just doesn't happen.
mm-hmm.
But
Yeah.
you faced it, man, and you passed it with flying colors. but I'm sure there were times when you probably were depressed and probably felt down. I mean, that would be normal, wouldn't it?
Well, I mean, I wouldn't say flying colors because I would say I passed, but it's still tough. It's really, really rough. And just like any caregiver, if anybody in your audience is that's a caregiver, they can understand. It's pretty tough. It's pretty rough. And love will only take you but so far. It'll take you as far as you need, but I think it goes to the core person to start with. Because if you're rotten or you don't really care for people, normally on normal circumstances, it's going to be even tougher if one of your girlfriend, your wife, or your husband, this happens to them. You're going to just
Yeah,
give up twice as fast, and you're not going to be able to tolerate it. I mean, even for me, I'm not perfect, but I'm telling you, I really try. It's tough. I mean, you get the love that brings you along and takes you each day, but just seeing your spouse this way, it internally in your mind, it's really hurting.
Yeah,
yeah,
he is my savior. My doctor, my nurse, my husband, everything. My everything. In the house, usually I do. Now is all everything. Wash clothes, cooking for me, and take care for me, and you know everything.
yeah. I said that on my video. I said, you're very fortunate to have met him because a lot of men would have gotten away from that. Once they saw that you were in good hands at the doctor, I'm pretty sure
Mm.
they would have slid out the side door every now and then and, took care of some kind of business. And the
Mm.
fact that you had your stroke in the United States, I think that helped you too,
Mm.
Yeah,
because
oh yeah.
you were in a
I
pretty
was,
good facility. You were in a great facility, as a matter of fact.
Mhm. I was in the hospital for 2.5 months, and then
Wow.
yeah, after that happened,
Listen,
uh,
Yeah,
and then some they're treating me good. I mean, a lot of
yeah,
nurses were helping me, and some doctor too, and people there is good, you know. But still, it's nice to be home, you know.
yeah. Hey,
I
I
don't,
want to say that if I want to send my thanks out to the viewers and subscribers too, because the love that you've shown this couple really went beyond anything I imagined.
Mm,
When I first saw your GoFundMe page, Stephen, no
mm,
one had contributed for 6 months, and I was like, well, maybe if I put this on my community page, maybe I shake it up a little bit, and it's like 3 times what it was, and people are steadily giving, and the GoFundMe link is in my description. Michael Beach Your Life, if you could bring up that GoFundMe link, because this is where I want you to donate, guys. Don't send me any money, okay? I can't get it to them. They're in the United States. I'm in the Philippines, and they've got a beautiful GoFundMe page. I didn't even know it was so nice because I didn't even click on it until I checked, to see what, if anybody was responding. And I
mm.
hit it, man. I was like, wow, whoever helped you with that, they really did a great job.
Thank you.
yeah,
You try
went to
everything.
Fiverr, not trying to advertise, but I went to Fiverr and I found someone because I wanted something more than just typing. I felt the video would be better, but even the video really doesn't do justice to the situation.
Mm.
I mean, it's I don't want to sound like I'm begging, but sometimes people, I mean, when you need help, you need help, and financially, along with dealing with the situation itself, financially is very tough, very hard.
Yeah, because I lost my job, everything financially, and also I don't have any like disability, no
Right.
Yeah, so screwed. Yeah,
Social Security,
they said
no.
based on my pay, which was more than what's can be approved. They were saying that
Yeah, did not.
I made too much money, even with my sick leave pay, which is almost cut like 40% of my pay. They denied her claim for disability.
Well, of course, they're always going to deny it the first time, Stephen. Don't stop there. I'm an insurance agent, and I worked. Many of my customers and clients are Medicare recipients. A lot of them are receiving disability. They're always going to turn you down the first time. Get you a lawyer, somebody that's going to work on pro bono until she gets her settlement. Don't stop, man. She's going to get her disability, okay? Your salary has nothing to do with that, okay? Absolutely nothing. Get you a lawyer that's going to help Marjorie, and you keep fighting that. She's definitely going to get that, okay? Don't stop until you get that. But yeah, they're always going to turn you down the first time, all right? Now, I don't know if that's some type of way that they sift people to make sure, hey, is it serious or not? But yeah, believe it or not, a woman in her condition, they're going to turn her down the first time. You got to keep applying it, keep going with it. Hey, King Arthur, thanks for that super chat. He said, I truly know what you've been through. Unfortunately, I recently lost my beautiful wife to cancer. Stay strong. This is a long-time supporter, and see, I can't speak on what you're going through, Stephen, but he can. He even went, a step further. He lost his wife, but let me ask you something about your friends and family. What has been their reaction? Because people, everybody loves a winner. When things are going good, people are always going to be there. But what happens when something like this occurs? What's been their support and reaction?
Well, when I initially tried to GoFundMe, maybe I made a mistake on promotion because I just tried Facebook. I assumed automatically, oh, I got 500 plus friends that at least half of those are going to respond and they know about it. But I was wrong. But there were some great people that did respond. And like you said, just in 3 days, you already doubled what they did or whoever. Yeah. Well, back then was 6 months. In 6 months, it's been dead. And of course, I've been quiet. I really haven't asked for help in months. Thank God for my father, who, on the side has been helping me a little bit too. But I don't know. I think family can do more. My friends, I have a core group of friends. They know who they are. I would say about 10. It doesn't sound like much, but you will find in situations when things get tough, some people don't want to get involved. They don't want to. Yeah. They don't want to meddle. They don't want to imply. They don't. Some don't know what to do.
Absolutely.
I don't know. I mean, it's not as been as responsive as yours. With your supporters, I would say that.
Well, I've got the best. I've got the best subscribers on YouTube. I've always said that, and actually, they tripled it. When I clicked on that for the first time, you had only like $2,200 or something, right? It's approaching 7,000 now, and I was like, wow. I mean, it brought tears to my eyes because I had no idea I was going to get that type of response. My goal was to double what you had. I said, well, if we could just double this, it would be great. But man, it's gone beyond that. And yeah, I mean, really, Batita Cha, this is a brother. He's in Chicago. He said, I commend you, brother. Talking about you, Stephen, for setting a good example for us all. This is the kind of man we need to see. Absolutely. Because for a lot of reasons, man, one, the negative image that black men have around the world. It's bogus, man. It's not the real image of us. But secondly, we're always talking about what the Filipina does for her man. But now we're seeing the roles being reversed. we're seeing this brother step up to the plate and take care of his wife, man. A lot of us will not do that, man. It's hard. It's very, very hard, just like he said.
I've
And
heard it from a few other people too.
yeah, see, and he is an example. And this is the reason I brought you up on my live stream before I even did the story, Stephen. I was like, well, hell, y'all talking all this negative stuff. I got a story about a brother in North Carolina whose wife had a massive stroke, damn near killed her, and he stayed by her side every step of the way. I mean, we need to see stories like this because otherwise they're always going to put that negative stuff out there. It's always, it's a sex tourism and all that. So I can definitively say right today that, yeah, true love can be found over here. I was on the fence with it. Even though I was married to a Filipino before, I was on the fence, but not anymore. Yeah, true love can be found here, man. And y'all story is a prime example.
Yeah.
Thank you. I really appreciate it.
It's listed a lot of things.
Now here's the GoFundMe link, guys. Let's help them. Let's get them down the road as far as we possibly can. I know if I was in that same situation, I would want people to help me because just like I said, most of us never are faced with this type of situation. You know for a fact your husband loves you, Marjorie, and he's living up to his vows. Okay? But there it is, guys. You want to click on that. He said unconditional love, absolutely.
Yeah,
And
he was there from day one until now.
It would be good sometimes too when you go back to the caregiving situation.
Make me some more of this. Keep going, Stephen. I can hear you. I'm getting some drink.
What I was saying is sometimes it's really good when you get to the caregiving situation to take a break, though. I had set up a meeting with some of the fellows that I work with a couple of times to go out to eat at the sports bar, just for a break. I mean, when that was a long time ago, and my breaks are like once every month and a half, 2 months. It would be really nice if her friends or somebody would take her like a girl's day out, just to fellowship with her, take her to eat, take her to, wherever. I mean, it's just go do things with her. Sometimes it's not always good, just me, her, me, us together. I mean, we've been doing this for 9.5 months. So that's going to be always there, but it's always good to know somebody is in your corner. And like I said, I got my core people and they know who they are. And it's always good to know that somebody cares and that somebody's got your back, like you, Calvin.
Yeah, see, that's what I was getting at. See, it really made made my hair stand up. See, that's what I'm saying. I know when Marjorie, I'm sorry, was working and, y'all out there in the society and everybody's looking good. She had friends coming around because I was married to a Filipino over there. I know how you get together every so many times a month or whatever, barbecues and different things. That's what I was getting at. I was wondering, has someone come over there and say, hey, Steve, we're going to take Margie out to lunch because she had a stroke, guys. She's not dead. I mean, you see, she's really improving. She's a human being, and I think what you said a mouthful, man. I hope somebody's watching. One of her friends is watching that will, come out of the woodwork and say, hey, let's take her to get her hair done. Let's take her to get her nails done and maybe a foot spa or something like that. See, this is what I'm talking about.
I can't give credit to her boss. Her boss has been doing some things for her. Not to that extent, but she's been doing a lot of other things for us. And also one of her friends, what was your other friend's name? They come by sometimes. She bring food or something like that.
Yeah, out of 1,000 friends on Facebook and all around the world, and maybe only 3 people I have helping me.
Yeah.
Some other, they are just close by about 4 minutes. Or when I was in the hospital, their house is nearby. They never even visit me, so it's not my friend anymore.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we
sad, but
yeah.
now I have seen that before. I have seen that before. It's like,
Mm-hmm.
well, where when you really down and you really need some help, this is when
Mm-hmm.
you find out who your real friends are.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, because it doesn't take a whole lot. It doesn't have to be money. Just come
Nope.
by to see how I'm doing. Are you doing okay? Hey, Steve, go on out to the gym. I'll sit here with Marjorie for a couple of hours. Go and work out, whatever it is you got to do. We'll be here and we'll do a chismiss until you get back. Now, Ryan Jones says that Bob Hackett, it sounds like she might not qualify for a disability since they mentioned his income was way too much. But I'd have a lawyer check her work credits before it's too late. Absolutely. He needs a lawyer, and she's going to qualify, you know, and even, how old are you, Stephen?
I'll be 60 years old June.
Well, hell, we're the
60.
same age. I'll be 60, May to 28. But I would definitely get a lawyer. Bella said, because let them, don't turn yourself down. And that's one of the lessons they tell you as an insurance agent. See, we'll get it in our mind. There's no sense in me running to this appointment because they're going to say no anyway. Well, let the people tell you no. Don't you tell yourself no. And that's a habit I had to get over. But Bella said, just got here, Calvin. What did I miss? Well, we're talking about how deep is your love for your husband, your wife, your fiance, your girlfriend or boyfriend. Is it real love? And how do you know? Because we've never been faced with a circumstance that's going to test our love like Stephen and Marjorie. Marjorie had a major stroke that damn near killed her. And Stephen's been there every step of the way, the good and the bad times. He said it's hard. We're trying to get them some help. It's basically what I'm doing. That's what my channel, that's how it started. And that's really what it's all about. It's about helping people if I can.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Now, Pooh Bear says they always will deny you the first or even second time. Get a Social Security disability lawyer in your area. They won't get paid until you get approved, and they are limited to how much they can charge. See, my viewers know they'll give you some good advice because a lot of them is on disability. They come over here. Moochie T said, brother, she is yours. Any help is wonderful. Do not worry about any fair weather friends. Absolutely, man. And most relationships really are fair weather relationships, guys. Because when it's good, it's good. If it keeps on being good, how will you ever know if it's real?
Mm-hmm.
See?
Sure.
Okay, Sam Chapman said, Cal, my wife and I just donated 50. Well, see, that's great, man. And you and your wife, y'all wonderful people. And please, guys, donate to their GoFundMe page. Don't send it here. Okay, I can't get them that money to them. They've got a GoFundMe page. It's a good one. And I don't know how a GoFundMe page works. How does that work? Have y'all been able to gain access to that money, Stephen?
It usually takes 3 to 5 business days for the money to get into the account. So it will probably by the middle of the week, it'll start coming in.
Yeah, well, good. Because I didn't know. I didn't know how that worked.
But they take a percentage off. They take a chunk. Like if you donate 1,000, you probably get 800. They're going to take probably 200 out of it.
Yeah, that's how, that's the power of the internet, man. We can't, they're not, no, that's in America, wherever that place is. And, you can't get anything for free over there.
You're right.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You understand? But yeah, I think your story is a story of inspiration, man. It's a story of true love, man, because I know you get lonely, man. I know I was married to a Filipina and I've got a Filipino girlfriend now. I know the love and the attention that they give to you And now that that's missing, you know, I know that, you know, I don't know. It has to be hard, man. It has to be hard.
It is hard. It's very hard.
Yeah.
Just have to just remind yourself who you are inside.
Mm.
It's like I said, it's good to get support from friends. They check on you once or twice a week. Just taking a break and a breather. And what really, you know, on the real though, what really helps me is her not complaining all the time or her breaking down.
Mm.
If she was to break down and just be hopeless, like, okay, I'm gonna back up. I'm a member of a support group for, you know, for caregivers, and there's some of their stories are horrific. They deal with, you know, a lot of pushback, fighting. She doesn't do all that. If she did the pushback, the fighting, the cussing, it would be 10 times hard. And I don't see how many people survive that.
Yeah, see, all you're doing, man, you're bearing witness to what I always tell people. Filipinas are tough as nails. They're not these little, you know, fragile beings that they look like. They look so innocent from the outside, man, but they're tough as nails. And this is why she's able to do that, man, you know. I think she knows that, yeah.
I said, I am lucky to have this man in my life. The full of love, and not no, no, drinks, no cigar, everything.
Wow.
That,
I mean, I drink, but I don't drink that much. I mean, we got tequila that's been there for like 5-6 months, but you know, every now and then, celebratory stuff. That's it. You know.
Well, hell, you deserve a drink. You know, if anybody deserves a damn drink, even it's you.
Maybe
Yeah.
a beer for how many months?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's right. Now I know your love is just going to get stronger, and one day you're going to look back on this, and I'm gonna tell you, man, you're going to be thankful that you know you're going to see all the obstacles, man, and pretty soon, man, they're going to be gone. You're going to look back, man. You're not even going to see them. They're not even going to be there anymore. Only going to be left is you and Marjorie and the love that you two guys have created, man. I mean, it's powerful, man. I'm over here. I got chills all over me, man. I just haven't been fortunate enough to find a love like that. Now, is it a love like that with me and Merlin? I don't know. But I just haven't been able to, you know, up until this point, find a love like that. Dean Law says, thank you, Calvin, for sharing. The GoFundMe link works. Sending you guys love and hope you can beat this together.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, there's that GoFundMe page again. Let's help them, guys. Let's get them across to the finish line. But I wanted to stop for just a second. I wanted to bring up something. You know, everybody's jumping on this passport bro movement. They either yay or nay for it, right? But I came up with something else. It's called the no passport bro movement. Now, these are the guys who we're getting the most hate from. Okay, the real hate, because they're all in the comments. They have no passport. They can't get one. They see us traveling around the world, having fun, spreading our wings, and they're saying, no, hold on, man. Y'all can't have all the fun. So, you know, they're pushing back. Oh, every black man that travels is not a passport, bro. Who travels all that way for, excuse my language, Marjorie, coochie, y'all broke and all that, but it's called the no passport bro movement. And so that's my entry. I'm pushing back at them because they're all in the comments about that young man, Desean Dixon. And I'm like, you guys need to quit. This young man lost his life for whatever reason, and y'all coming on here with that foolishness. So yeah, I just wanted to bring that up. And another thing, I almost forgot, man. O'Shea Duke Jackson. Let me give you a shout out. This is a big time YouTuber, man. Has almost 300,000 subscribers. He picked up that video that I did on Desean Dixon, and he's sharing it with his massive audience. And I just want to thank you for that, man. This is what I was hoping would happen. You know, maybe somebody out there can find out what happened to Desean Dixon. Was it an accident? Are they still investigating? Does his family know? You know, we just want to know because, you know, we're living here. People have plans on visiting and moving here. This young brother died over here, Stephen. I don't know if you know about it. They found him dead in his rental room, in his room that he was renting. And to them, it was an open and shut case. And I was like, wow, they solved that case pretty damn fast. And so I said, well, let me put something out there. And it stuck, man. And I want to thank him because he didn't have to do that. I mean, really, this guy's huge. He's got a big following. And I want to thank you, brother, for that, O'Shea Duke Jackson. All right, let's get back to the live stream. Bella says, what is their location? If they're here in the U.S., I can reach out to our Filipino-American community here in North Carolina, South Carolina. What is the GoFundMe link? I can share it to our community. You put that up one more time, Michael. Their GoFundMe link. I guess where are you, Bella? She must be in North Carolina, South Carolina. William Warren says, if I could, I would send a little something, but I'm trying to get myself together to get my woman there in the Philippines. Well, you know, we're only asking you to help if you can help, guys. That's all. We're not telling you to, you know, take from your rent payments or nothing like that. We're just saying whatever you can do, if you can do it, if you find it in your heart to do it. That's all I'm saying.
I mean, sometimes even words help tremendously.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. She liked it. Okay. Let's see. Fresh Aloha says, I always believe that love is an action word. Your guest is displaying true love at its highest level. That's a fact. You're not going to see stories like this. You see stories like this very, very often. I mean, very, very rare, especially on YouTube. Now, there's a popular YouTube channel out here, but it's reversed. The Filipina is taking care of the foreigner who had a stroke. Okay, but this is a whole different dynamic. This brother, he's taking care of his Filipino wife who had a stroke over in America. Now, you know, he's got some options over there, but he said, no, I love my wife. I'm standing by her, man. This guy, every day he would post something, just about every day, on his Facebook page. He would just be, you know, it'd be her in the bed with the tubes running through her. And he would just be sitting there, man. He wouldn't say anything. Sometimes he would write a motivational track or something, man, you know. Did you ever leave the hospital, Stephen?
I stayed periodically. I was so wore out because I would go twice a day, every day, and see her for hours. But then I would go home unless I would stay overnight. But if I stayed overnight, I couldn't sleep because you know the nurses coming in and out and all that. You're so tired. But I did every day, twice a day.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, how?
Because I don't have family who take care of me. Nothing. No relatives. Nothing. No relatives. Nothing. No. Only my friend and my husband will take care of me.
Now, does your family know that your family's over here in Manila, right?
No, in Mindanao and Davao.
Oh, Davao. Okay. That's where you're from, Marjorie?
Yes.
Oh, okay, yeah. That's a big difference. People in Mindanao. My wife was from Mindanao. She was from Zamboanga City.
Mm, I'm from Davao.
Yeah. Yeah,
Mm,
yeah, this is fantastic. This is you're not gonna see stories like this, guys. This is a
mm,
touching story. I mean, that's why I had to do whatever I could to help them because
thank
I can't
you.
even imagine being in that situation.
Thank you.
I still can't.
Yeah, I mean, but it's gonna be stronger. It's gonna make your relationship stronger without a doubt. Vincent
Mm,
Hinton, he's been a long time supporter. He said, I just sent $50, Cal. See, this is the type of subscribers I have. Okay.
thank you.
Much
Filipina's
appreciated.
perspective said, good morning, Cal. Send my prayers to this lovely couple. Absolutely. Jabraz said,
Thank
donate it
you.
again. You guys hang in there. You know, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah, haters gonna hate. Yeah, the Killjoy Club. Yeah, the no passport bro movement. He said, Cal, you're so right about the no passport bro movement. Got so many pushback today on another site. One brother even said I was lying about how good I am treated in the Philippines. Several of them did. Absolutely, man. And this, see, I made a video. I questioned the hate surrounding the movement. And I'm talking about these videos where they come up with these angry black women. That's all made up, guys, okay? But when you see this stuff in the comments, this is real because the only real hate you're going to get is in your circle. The only pushback you'll get your friends, your family, your co-workers, your associates. And now this no passport bro movement.
Hmm.
Now, how many times did y'all visit once y'all got married and she came to the States? Have y'all been back here together, Stephen?
Two times.
Two times.
Two
Two
times.
times?
Mm,
Hmm. But you know, but
Now, no, go
when I
ahead.
got
Go
married,
ahead.
when we got married in Manila, it was tough because when I left, it took what, 14 months?
It took 14 months
14
before
months
I get here. A lot to process my documents,
yeah,
everything.
plus we ran into a bunch of snags. I lost my job.
Yeah,
You know, it was tough. It was a tough
and
time.
child support and everything, and
Yeah.
transportation and stay in hotel, everything.
Yeah, it took us 22 months, but see, that's the kind of challenge that people think, oh well, I've shown my true love. That's not really a challenge. You're just sitting there waiting for the paperwork to go through the cycle, and then eventually it's going to happen. But yeah, that long distance relationship thing is painful. I don't
Mm,
know how people do it. Okay. I haven't done it and I would never do it. That's one thing I would never do. I think the longest I was away from anybody I've ever dated over here was 2 months. Other than that, you know, I got to be somewhere where I can reach out and touch you.
mm,
All that, talking on the phone and screen, that only makes it worse to me. Tita Cha says, I wish you guys would start a channel. It would show what love is supposed to be about, the good times and the bad. Praying to
mm.
see Sister Marjorie's triumphant victory. Yeah, that would be
Yeah,
a good thing, especially now that y'all have time, you're not doing anything. It would kind of, you know, take the boredom out of your life and because it's a magnificent story. Oprah should pick this up for her. That what's that lifestyle channel or something?
I think it's
Really, man, it does.
yeah.
Uh, Retired 2019 said O'Shea is a good brother. Yeah, he put that out there, and I'm thankful for him, man, because he's way up there. I mean, it was shocking. Sam Champion sent me the link. Well, he actually didn't send me the link. He sent me he said, hey, Cal, some guy picked up that video that you put out there. His name is O'Shea Duke Jackson. He said he didn't do it. He did in a good way. And, you know, he's sharing it with his viewers and subscribers. He said this guy's got a big platform. Maybe the universe will step in and help, you know, find out what happened to him. The same way it stepped in and helped Stephen and Marjorie, because we had never really spoke before, Stephen. I was just watching you from a distance because I do that. You know, I was like, well, you know, what's this couple doing? Are they doing anything different than all the other couples doing? But what I did see, y'all were always together. Y'all always had like matching outfits on, different things like that. And, you know, she's got a beautiful smile, man. She was always smiling in all of her pictures. This big old smile, that Filipino smile, you know, they got a great disposition.
Yeah. I cannot. I think it's hard for me to be small all the time to lose my parents and to lose my father, to lose my uncle, to lose my younger sister. You know, it's so hard over and over for 1 year happen. Every other year happen. So it's so hard to smile like that. But I try to fight it. You know,
Yeah,
I try to fight it, and I have in my situation too. It's hard, but I try to fight it because of my husband. I think my tears is gone for the. I lost my tears for crying all the time, but it's okay. I
yeah,
understand. Yeah. Mm.
absolutely. See, we've been talking about how Stephen feels. How do you feel, Marjorie? I mean, you went from being this active woman in the prime of her life to now you're almost like a little baby again. That has to be hard.
It's hard. It seems like need to take care of me because, but my husband was always there for me, and it's hard to change clothes, to thinking that working that I used to, and it's hard that I cannot watch the go somewhere that I like to go eat somewhere that I like to, you know. I'm staying in the house that I'm not used to. It's
Absolutely.
totally different. Totally different. My world is totally different. That I cannot do anything that I can do. That, but my husband always there for me.
Yeah,
Carry me, and always in my side all the time. He is scared if I'm fall or I'm slide. Even he is watching me all the time. If what I doing not good like this because I'm slide. The doctor said don't hit my head because it's dangerous. Even to
I'm
go to bathroom, my husband take a shower, my husband everything seems like I need a three caretaker for me, a nurses, but only one I have here, the best nurse.
Nurse. But yeah, that caregiver break would be tremendous because I can recharge,
Mm,
and you know things are, you know, I don't know. I can't say I'm worthy of all these praises because, man, it's pretty tough. And our first 2 months was really shaky.
yeah,
You know, I,
I
I had to
cannot,
raise my voice and get, you know,
I cannot
arguments.
eat, I cannot move, everything.
We adjusted though.
wow, wow. Moochie T, you know, Moochie T's been on point tonight. He says it's sad that people think this is an anomaly. He said every man and woman should be like this. This is what love should be. Yeah, we know what love should be, but we live in an age and in an era where it's just not this way, man. This was our parents' love, where my grandmother, man, took care of. I can't even remember my grandfather ever being out of bed. Believe it or not, my grandmother started a nursing home around the care of my grandfather. But nowadays, it's just fair weather. It's just too many fair weather relationships. As long as the good times are there, they're going to hang around, man. But if anything happens, man, this is when, you're going to be tested. This is a great, great story, man. I had to tell it. And I'm glad that you guys came on here and for your own self to let the world know that everything's going good. What's the long-term or the short-term prognosis for you, for your wife, Stephen? What has the doctors told you?
We have many more months of therapy to go. It's this uphill battle. It really depends. I mean, different stroke victims recover at different rates. Some 4 months, some 2 years, some 3 years. The main thing is her brain. As soon as that's healed more, she'll have a better connection with her arms and her legs. Her legs are getting better. She's walking a little bit better with the cane assistance. But it's going to take some time. It may take, I don't know, I hate to give it a date, but I would say it's going to be at least another good 8 months to a year before we really see something significant.
Yeah. Bush 8531, thanks for that super sticker. Yeah, man, my sincerest condolences go out to you. But y'all fought a good fight, man. You got to keep going because I believe in miracles, man. And miracles are just something that can't be explained. That's all. There's nothing spooky about miracles. I had a friend who had 2 strokes. He damn near died. He was 38 years old. We're the same age. He's still alive. And he's basically, he's recovered about as well as you could expect somebody who's had 2 strokes. I'm just saying, I'm just blown away by the devotion and the commitment that you kept with your wife after this while. And I know people are saying, oh, well, that's his wife. He's supposed to do that. Yeah, we know what we're do, but how many people do it? How many marriages have you seen that dissolve for some petty stuff? Certainly not a stroke. I mean, hell, that was a lot of you guys are waiting for your wife or your husband to have a stroke so it give you an excuse to get out of there. But they're not going to have it. So you got to come up with this petty stuff. Oh, she cheated on me, or he cheated on me, or whatever it is like that. But very few of us are faced with your situation, man. And that's why all I can do is try to help. I can't really say, oh, I understand you, Steve, and I understand you, Marjorie. I'd be lying.
Thank you.
We really appreciate it. We really, and to all your subscribers and supporters, I mean, they have to see what you're doing too. I'm sure they do. All the people that you've helped and what your channel represents. Really appreciate it, man.
Thank you so much.
Yeah. Now, I know y'all big sports fans. Have you taken Marjorie out to a game or something? That would be something to do.
We used to go to the stadium. We used to go, but not anymore.
Well, I told her that it doesn't mean it stops. They have disability sections too, so we still can go. But the only issue is just been, money and funds and stuff like that. But we talk about it all the time. I mean, just because if she's in the wheelchair, it's not going to stop us from doing the things that we need to do. I talked to her earlier about the summer, about going to see like the Lion King and Broadway. I mean, maybe not this year, but maybe next year, And if she's in a wheelchair, I mean, so what? We still can go. It doesn't mean you have to stop living,
Yeah, and that's my point. Sometimes, y'all just go out for like a little special dinner or something because she's made some remarkable progress. She's talking. I can
Thank you.
understand her, you know.
Thank you. I
Um,
try my best. I have therapy, speech therapy, but sometimes I don't have, and because money, it's hard to, and also the schedule. I have sometimes if I go out, I get dizzy. Sometimes, so it's better I stay home. I
yeah,
doing some stuff that I need to sharp my brain. Yeah.
On the flip side of that, we had in-house therapy. We had it for like what, month and a half, 2 months,
Mhm.
but then they had only but so much they can do. So now it's outpatient. So now we have to do, deal with that, which is still good.
yeah. I know she's probably have some special diet. I'm sure.
Mm, yeah, I usually eat everything what I'm thinking, but now no. Now no need to eat too much fatty foods. No drink soda, just water, and no more salty so much. No sweet so much. Is limited. I'm not used to it, but I need to do it
Yeah,
because the doctor,
absolutely.
yeah, the doctor advised me like if you know I have also medicine for high blood every day. I think maintenance and it's hard, but I'm glad that my husband reminds me everything that I need to drink like that. I need to eat like that. He is prepare my food, everything.
Not much of a cook, but I try.
Yeah, let
He,
me say that even the way you went about meeting your wife, you took your time. And that's what I tell guys, there's good women here, but you can't just jump off the plane and marry somebody. And, who wants to take that kind of risk? I mean,
Yeah.
you got to be patient. Okay. Y'all dated for 10 months. You got married. Then you waited another 14 months for her to come over there. There's plenty of
Mhm.
time for you to get to know her and everything like that because a lot of the women, there was a guy in that same group that I'm talking about. Hell, the minute his wife got to America, she ran off. He
Mm.
hasn't seen her since.
Mhm.
So, you know, that's why I want to put your story out there because you get all that crazy stuff like that. You get those type of crazy stories like that. We never get the great stories, not the good. This is a great story. This will make somebody watching say, I'm going to throw my hat in the ring. I was thinking about coming over there, marrying, dating Filipinas. Now I certainly am. Okay. Because true love's over here. And there's no doubt in my mind if the roles were reversed, she'd
Yeah,
be cooking for
I
you, Steve.
Hmm.
I usually cook. I usually we usually eat somewhere to restaurant, but things different now. He learned how to cook for me.
I wouldn't
I
say that.
I
I mean,
usually
that's fine.
he usually not to do that. He don't know how to cook, but now he learned everything and and cook for me because we cannot go to the restaurant because of the food that I take is not.
I mean, we still go out to dinner, but not as often. Because it's good to get out. Sometimes you need to get out and get air and go out.
Mm,
So it's not always in the house.
I know one thing that's going to help her recovery is the love that's there because I don't know if they've got any figures on this or not, but I'm pretty sure people who have that connection, that love connection, probably recover and a whole lot better than somebody who doesn't. Imagine if what Stephen was doing for you, Marjorie, there was a stranger doing that for you. You know, I'm pretty sure your attitude would be different. Your, recovery would be different. So that's one thing I got that I know that you got going for you. And that's why, just like Sam says, he says, Cal, I do believe that with time and therapy, Marjorie will make a remarkable recovery with little to no signs that she had a stroke. A past co-worker's mother was the same 3 years ago. Now with unnoticeable signs. And see, this is what I'm talking about. I believe that.
I try maybe.
But one thing I want to add, and this could be regardless of stroke or anything, every relationship, it's obvious, it's different. But what helps us is humor. We had it before the stroke happened, and we keep trying to keep that going. Humor and just the laugh, it's like medicine itself.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Winston Graham said, Cal just donated $50. Great couple. Thank y'all so much, because they deserve our help. And when you help other people, you help yourself. And I promise you that. It's not some saying that I say all the time. It's the truth. Dana said, put that GoFundMe address up again.
Thank you.
Yeah. The connector said this is something worth funding. It is. I'm not talking down on George Floyd and all those guys like that, but hell, we raised over $13 million for George Floyd. And up about 30 minutes before he died, he was just simply trying to pass a fake $20 bill out there, probably to get another hit or whatever it was. I'm not putting him down. I'm just saying, if we can support that, and I don't know, I guess it probably was a bigger message. I guess we were, raising money to fight police brutality too. But I'm saying, surely we can raise, what was your goal? 25,000 or something like that? I mean, with all the people that there's no way that you shouldn't have been. With 500 people, okay, because everybody knows at least 250 people. If everybody would have gave, let's see, what would that be? 500 people. If everybody gave 10, that would be $50. If everybody just gave $50, that would be it. It would be done with. Your whole, fundraising thing would be over. But people don't want to get involved, man. And they don't believe that when you help other people, you help yourself. They say, oh, that's $25 less than I have. Yeah, well, who knows what you're going to get back off that 25. And that's a fact. That's the reason I'm sitting here today.
It all comes back.
Terry Pleasant said, Cal, who's the team member, first time doing this? Well, this is Stephen and Marjorie Wingo from Raleigh. I guess that would be Raleigh, North Carolina, right?
Well, we live in Garner, but it's like miles from Raleigh.
How do you spell that?
Garner, Garn. Wait a minute.
Gardner.
Yeah, Garner. Ner.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Garner.
But I know you people in North Carolina, y'all's accent is worse than mine. I'm from Kentucky. And half the time my viewers, they can't understand what I'm saying.
Being military in the Army, Brad, some people tell me my accent is like mixed, because I done been everywhere, because my father military, myself military, and,
How long did you stay in the military, Steve?
I did 4 years in the Army, but then I went into law enforcement after that for 23 years.
How many years?
23.
Wow. That's a lot. Bella says, I shared your GoFundMe to the North Carolina, South Carolina community page. Just hang in there. Auntie Marge, we're praying for you.
Thank you.
Yeah, see a lot of people, they see these GoFundMe pages, myself included, and we just zip right by them. We don't even read them. They're thinking, oh, here it is. You know, a lot of times people are using them for their burials and funerals and stuff like that, right? Um, but this one I stopped, man. This is one of the few I've ever stopped, and I'm glad I did. Bray says, "Hey Cal, Steve, you're a very strong man. Stand by your wife's side and taking care of her. I wanted to share something that's very important and could truly help your wife's recovery." Let's see. He says, turmeric on a daily basis, and it's been proven to help repair the damaged parts of the brain that occurred during a stroke. I hope this helps, and God bless you both in your fight. Have you heard of that before, Stephen?
Yeah.
You were taking that, right?
Yeah, I was taking the turmeric, but since I am stroke, I didn't take it because I don't want to conflict some medicine that I took. And doctor advice, I need to advise my doctor before I move because of myself. I have I have high sugar and blood.
Yeah.
Anything
she
is
takes,
high.
anything
Yeah.
she takes on the
Yeah, you
outside.
got to be careful. Yeah, you got to be careful. Now, Bella says, "I'm very close to you guys. I can come by and visit you guys." That would probably be great. That would probably be more than what money could do. Just to give Marjorie, now Marjorie, you speak Bisaya, is that right?
Yeah. Mhm.
Yeah, and when's the last time you've been able to speak Bisaya with anybody?
When my brother called me to messenger, I can speak
Yeah,
Bisaya. But the food, no.
yeah. See, that would be a good thing, Bella, because it's just like me over here. I get a kick out when I see an American and we sit down for coffee or whatever, and I'm able to speak my language. Um, hey, King Arthur, thanks for that super chat. He said, "I just donated $100 to your GoFundMe.
Oh,
We're
thank
gonna get,
you.
we're gonna kick the can down the street, man. We're gonna keep kicking it. Uh, we're gonna do the best we can. Hey, Madhi, Jade, Andy Johns. He said, "Morning, Cal and crew. Long time no see you." Thank you. I want to go back over a story, man. This is what can happen to you over here.
Mm.
An American and his wife were arrested. And I say arrested because they wasn't really formally arrested and locked up because the victim hasn't filed charges yet, but they were arrested for stealing the money bag from a musician in a bar. Now, what's probably happened is, according to the article, this gentleman came to the Philippines to escape a warrant in America. So they probably spent all their money, and now they're out here living desperately, man. When you start stealing from Filipinos and different things like that, that's pretty desperate. I would love to help him, but when they tell me, "Oh yeah, he's running from a warrant over there," see, I can't touch that. But I'm pretty sure he's overstayed his visa. They're gonna get him, but he's somewhere in between Bays City, Bais City, and Dumaguete. So be on the lookout for that guy. He's a black man. He got a beard, and his wife is either white or she's mixed. And I think the motorcycle they were on was stolen. But yeah, he's going around. They got him on camera trying to use several ATM cards because he doesn't know the PN. He's in bad shape. I don't know if he's on drugs or whatever it is, but this would be somebody I would help under normal conditions. But since I tell you the good stories, I have to give you the 360. I have to tell you the bad ones too. And this is a pretty bad one because he's lucky, man. They got their own laws over here. Okay? That somebody don't really hurt him. All right? I want to put that out there. The peso is 55.09. And the no passport bro movement, we're coming for you. I'm going to do a video on you at some time. I'm going to push back because they're the ones pushing back at this passport bro movement. And passport bro is subjective, guys. You a passport bro if you say you are. If you're not, you're not. It's nothing to argue about. We're fighting over this in the comments. Don't call me a passport bro, okay? You know, it's nothing, you know, to be fighting about. This is stupid. But, you know, we're Americans. We love to argue. And now everybody's getting away from this. And so now it's the no passport bro movement. But that's enough of that. But yeah, he says, shout out to King Arthur. Yeah, he's a great guy. He lost his wife. And he's still going. He says he gets off the hamster wheel March 31st. Now, how long are you going to work till, Stephen? Are you going to retire at 62 or you going to keep going?
Well, based on the situation right now, my eye is on partial or early retirement because that way I won't have to deal with an FMLA situation or calling in sick, stuff like that. I won't have to deal with that. I can continue my photography business and on the side from that too. That's just short term. If that doesn't work, of course, I still can work for the state, but it may have to end up being a different capacity, and that will last longer than 62, and that'll be it. But we have several different plans. It really depends on money situations, especially when you're talking about maybe her brother coming over to help, but that's going to cost money and get him over here and plane flight and, you know, visas, stuff like that. But
yeah. Now, have y'all ever considered moving to the Philippines?
yeah, we talked about it.
We think about that, but I'm worried about my situation right now. I don't have doctor to. Yeah.
It's the health issue that is my concern. When she gets a lot better, maybe, because just going over there, I'm not trying to knock the healthcare system down like that, but I just feel the care over here is a little bit better. So once she gets strong enough, then maybe, you know, that's in consideration.
Yeah, now I was kind of speaking, and I should have made it clear. Before she got sick, had you ever thought about moving back here?
Yeah, before my parents still alive, we thinking to move there, but I don't have parents, so it's kind of hard because I don't have the house no more, so it's hard.
I mean, that's always in the back of our minds, though. I mean, that's an option for us. And it would be a lot. Well, I say a lot. It would be a little less if we do our money right.
Yeah. Now, Sam says, Cal, the U.S. Department of Homeland Security has agents working in the Philippines on a continuous basis, conducting sting operations. So it's just a matter of time before they get picked up. The other guy said something. He says the best thing for him right now is to get caught, put him on the path to recovery, not the grave. Yeah, because this guy looks like he's on drugs. He doesn't have a shirt on. He's in the police station filling out something. He's no shirt on. He got, you know, he just looks wild out there, man. And I was like, wow, man, I really like to help him, but I'm not going to touch that. I don't fool with nothing criminal like that. And it just kind of shocked me because Marilyn kind of woke me up out of my sleep last night. She said, here, read this. You know, because she always puts me on alert whenever a black man is involved, you know. So this guy, man, he's out there. You know, what's going to happen to you guys? Eventually, they're going to catch him. I mean, rearrest him. He's going to be thrown in jail because he's an overstated visa. They're going to blacklist him. He'll never be able to come back here again. Then he's going to have to go back to the United States and face charges. See, I've got a whole list of people right here, and I may make this my next live stream, who are trying to do exactly what he's doing. They think, well, if I could just get to the Philippines, I'm okay. I'm free and clear. You know, they're escaping warrants and different judgments and things in their home country. So they say, oh, I can get over to the Philippines. No, no, no. Philippines is, once that government contacts the Philippines, they're going to be on the lookout for you. And they're going to catch you when you go in there and fill out the immigration, because you're going to do it at least once. They're going to know where you stand, the general area, and they're going to catch you. You're not bigger than the law over here. Macton Barber says, man, I knew a guy in Jacksonville, Florida, that while his wife was suffering from cancer, he would bring different women home, you know, to get it on. You know, when she got better, he was involved in a car accident and died. Well, I guess that's karma. You know, I don't think Steve got that in his mind, though, do you, Steve? I think Marjorie will go upside your head if you try to.
It's up to him.
No, don't say that.
She'll take that damn walk to your head.
It's up to him.
You don't
Because
say it's up to me. That's not. Don't. That's, no.
no wrong for that. No wrong for that. Go to the garage. Go to the garage.
Roderick Lee says, hello, Cal. Stephen and Marjorie, I'll be donating to your GoFundMe page tonight. May God continue to bless you all. Love you. Yeah, there it is again, guys.
Thank you so much.
And I brought my Razor or Bazaar or whatever out to show off. This is just a little bit of evidence from Kuwait, from when I was working with the MPs over in Kuwait.
Yeah. How long were you there? How long were you there?
I did. It was my second time there, second tour. 2 times for 2 years.
Yeah. Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Good memories.
It says, will healthcare coverage for her affect his decision to retire? Is she under your healthcare, Stephen?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So you work for the state.
I don't know. Huh?
Yeah, so you work for the state, so you got good insurance.
Yes. Yeah, thank God. I mean,
I'm glad because that helps for my hospital, my doctor, my medicine, my therapy.
But see, here's the thing. Here's the kicker. Specialist copay is nearly $100. She goes to 4 or 5 different types of therapy, and every time we go, it's $100. It's $100 we don't have, and so far we've been telling them, even with the flexible spending card, that's gone. That's all run out. So we're pretty much accumulating a bill right now for all these sessions because they're charging us. Even though I have insurance, we still got the copay for specialist pay, and it's a lot.
Yeah, I check my eyes many times. My eyes is, they have medicine that we're supposed to buy, but it's so expensive we can afford it.
Well, hopefully the insurance will approve that.
Absolutely. You know, a lot of those specialists, they're smart. They'll bill the insurance company anyway for your visit, and then they'll say, okay, you owe us $100. They got some pretty slick billing practices. I don't think it would be fraud, especially since they're giving you a bill. But yeah, they've got some pretty good ways to get around that. They're not going to turn her down for $100 and then lose potentially thousands that come in the back of that. Mm-hmm. You understand? They're not going to do that. But I do want to shout out O'Shea Duke Jackson again. He's that big time YouTuber. I don't even know where he's from. I've seen some of his videos, but he took the video that I did on Desean Dixon, and he put it back out there on his platform, which is almost 10 times bigger than mine. And I want to thank him for that.
Yeah.
Because all I'm trying to do is just find out what really happened. It was an open and shut case to the police over here. Like, oh, well, he's got a cut in the back of his neck. Maybe he fell, and that's it. He fell, and he died. And I was like, wow. I mean, that was the same day. That was the same day they found his body. I'm like, they going to do an autopsy? Are they going to do anything? Well, I was just making people aware of the case. I wasn't trying to solve it. I think it's important that if you got plans to come to the Philippines and somebody dies mysteriously, or wherever you're going, that they should tell you, because I'm going to tell you something, man. I've been researching this, man. So a lot of Americans have been dying overseas, man, here in the last 6 months. It's like, I'm talking about murder. They're not just dying of a heart attack. I didn't even look at that. There was a brother in, well, he wasn't a brother. I don't know. I guess he may have been half, whatever he was. Over in Rio de Janeiro, hell, he got shot in the neck back in August. Then it was a sister that got killed over in Belize, just standing outside a nightclub. And it's just so many cases, guys, that we need to know this stuff. You know, especially if you're going somewhere. But then, of course, you get the no passport bro movement. Oh, well, you're in Chicago. They always throw Chicago out there. You know, you know what I'm saying? It's crazy. Oh, okay. Is this the guy you're talking about? What are you talking about, Moochie T? Who is this? He is African American based in Uganda. He says he went to medical school in Poland. Who are you talking about? Jeffrey Chatter says you have a real life channel, Cal. I too will make a donation. Thank you, brother. This is a long time subscriber.
Yeah, thank you so much. It's a big gift.
What are you talking about, Moochie T? Did I miss something? Is this who you're talking about? Okay. Moochie T says, have you gone to the DHHS since you are state employed and see what other health benefits outside of insurance may be available?
And all over that.
They deny for my disability, deny for the food
But
stuff.
it's still ongoing because I have contacts with 2 people from social services that's trying other things. So that's pending.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, what is this, Moochie? Follow up on this. What are you talking about? African American based in Uganda. He says he went to medical school in Poland. Who are we talking about right here? William Warren says, hey, I have a question. How hard is it to get a retirement visa there in the Philippines? It's not very hard if you meet the requirements and you have the money. If you're military and you're over 50 years old with a pension of at least $1,000, you qualify for that military special visa. If you're over 50 years old and you have a pension of at least $800, you qualify for where you got $10,000 deposit. And then if you don't have a pension, but you're over 50 years old, you qualify for the, I think it's called the Classic SRV. It's $20,000 deposit. Now, remember, what's so great about the Philippines, you're not buying these visas. You're putting up a deposit. They're basically giving them to you and saying, okay, we don't want you to be a burden on us over here. If something happens, we're going to take out of that deposit. But no, it's not hard to do as long as you got all the requirements. Oh, okay. O'Shea Duke Jackson. Oh, okay. All right, brother. Thank you. I thought you was talking about the brother over here that's snatching. You know, he went inside the bar and took, you know how the musicians up there playing, they're singing, and they got their little thing that you come up there and put the, you know, the tip stuff in. Well, he stole that. They caught him. He didn't get too far before they caught him on the motorcycle. But they didn't arrest him. They didn't put him in jail because the victim hadn't filed charges yet. See, that's the law over here. They have to file charges first, Then they issue an arrest warrant. Then they get him. Okay, but they're gonna get this guy. But see, guys, it's just we don't need all this. You must be a no passport bro. Yeah, Pookie and Ray Ray sons. Okay. He says, on the contrary, Cal, you might be the John Walsh of the Philippines. Not really. I just wanted to bring light to that case. And this O'Shea Duke Jackson, man, he took it and put it way up there. I was shocked when Sam Champion sent me that. Kurt Schwartz says, this is a good reminder. We spend so much time talking about what a Filipino can do for us. We should be prepared to do the same. That's right, man. That's what makes this story special. On top of all, I mean, this story is special on so many levels, man, that I'd be on here all day, but yeah, I'm going to have to get off of here because I'm going down to Dumaguete. They invited me to the meet and greet in the morning. So I'm going to go down. I'm just going to go there, stay all night. When the meet and greet is over, come back because my meet and greet is Saturday. So if you're in San Carlos City, it's free food, free beer. If you want to meet some great people, you'll be able to. But I want Stephen, I'm going to give the last word to Stephen and Marjorie. Go ahead and say whatever you want, take as long as you want. The floor is yours, Stephen and Marjorie.
Yeah, thank you.
Go ahead. No, this is the last words.
Yeah. And my last word is just say thank you for your help and thank you for those people who helped me. And I am so thankful to God give me extra life. And even though I lost my parents, I lost everybody, but give me my strength back to recover a little with my husband. Thank you. Thank you, hon. Thank you for everything and for your help and for your guidance and for support me and take care of me. That's only I can see.
I would like to say, Calvin, thank you for this opportunity and bringing awareness to the story. I know you've been following me on Facebook for a while, and it's a good testament of a person I never met to reach out after seeing us for over these years and reaching out to us after this happened. And I've got Facebook friends I've known and seen in person, broke bread with for 20, 30 years, and I haven't heard from them. So, I mean, that's a big testament to you, your channel, and your supporters. And I really appreciate everything that you've done for us. This is tough. I'm not going to sugarcoat it and say, yeah, we're so much in love and it's going to be strong. Yeah, that helps a lot. But it also helps to have a strong woman behind everything, too. And as long as us to work together, even with that, it's still tough. I will be glad to come back on the channel again for an update, maybe a few months or whatever from now. But
Yeah,
thanks to everyone. Really, we really appreciate it.
yeah. Well, you're welcome, man, and I'm so thankful that y'all were able to come on. I've got the best subscribers on YouTube, and I want to thank everybody again. For the help that we've given them, and every little bit helps. Y'all just a special couple, man. I'm gonna put both of you in my Hall of Fame. Stephen, I'm putting you in the Hall of Fame because of your devotion and commitment. And I'm putting you in there, Marge, because you're tough as nails. For you to be able to survive that type of stroke and be on here tonight, speaking in a voice that we can all understand, I think is remarkable. And the title of the live stream was "How Deep Is Your Love?" And obviously, man, y'all's love is deep for each other, man. So thank y'all so much. thank everybody for your super chats, your super stickers, your support for Stephen and Marjorie, everything you do for Sunshine Shoulders.
Mm.
Take care, stay safe, stay COVID free, and I'll see y'all next time. Take care, Stephen and Marjorie.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you for your the praise for every need every